Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to a beautiful breakfast here on YouTube, coming at you every day for your daily digest. I have good news. Originally, I said this is going to be a limited series that's going to have about 14 to 15 episodes. That means that originally today would have been the last episode. However, I have been enjoying doing this series so incredibly much, and just to see that people find this helpful, taking trades, making profits, and also still the competition is going on. I have decided to extend this series for another 3 days until the competition ends. So that means that next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I will be also doing a Crypto Compass series. That is also when the competition will come to an end. And with that, I can happily say, okay, guys, during the entirety of this competition, I got your back. So, amazing. So, yes, what do I want to talk about? what can I talk about? I already have a few really great hours of trading after me because... can we just appreciate the moment? How accurate this series has been lately. Are you wondering what I am on about? Let's really quickly just recap what I said yesterday on the Crypto Compass, right? That's option number one. That's the more conservative version. A more aggressive option would be for yet another drop to the downside, which at the moment is more probable because of the fact we simply have not reclaimed anything yet. Where I could be looking more for a swing failure, price action type of setup, where we take out this low once again, put in a much more better low, right? And then start getting that bounce. This is a much more aggressive and more risky entry, but the risk to reward is much better. So keep... Wow, guys. And look at what happened. Look at what has happened. We had such a beautiful price action. But I do want to go now through how I'm looking to trade this next, because the original plan that I gave out in that stream yesterday has changed a little bit, and that is because throughout the day new data got presented. Obviously these videos, I make those at the start of the day, and then as the day progresses you get new information presented to yourself, and you start to notice a few things that make you think like, okay, I'm still interested in the kind of setup, but I want to actually approach it a little bit differently, or I want to manage that trade in a different way. And that is what happened. So that is what I want to focus today's episode about. Again, I guess these videos are a really good sneak peek on the type of content that you can expect also in the Discord once it releases. It is the place where I'm going to keep updating continuously, really. Okay, so yesterday, let's just begin. So yesterday, I said like, okay, we need to reclaim this level and then backtest the VWAP. So there's two things that I want to point out here. Yesterday was kind of a weird day because I noticed that there was some kind of a glitch happening on TradingView that moved the VWAP, and that gave me a factor of insecurity in the sense that I get my confidence from the data that I'm interpreting. And then when suddenly, so what I'm trying to say is that the VWAP initially was set at around here, and then I refreshed it or I changed my templates, and then suddenly it just bumped down. Whereas on Exo charts, that VWAP remained differently, and that remained so for another few hours or so. And that threw me off a little bit, and I was thinking like, okay, yeah, what am I gonna look to do now, So I actually held my horses and did not take the trade and waited just a little bit longer. And, in the end, for good reason, because all we did in the end throughout the day was just hovering on and around literally the same area that we had afterwards. And we had this thing going on with the VWAP. which was very, very, very annoying. But in the end, we did saw a rise in price, only to squeeze everybody out and then do exactly the same thing on the downside again, where we finally got the bigger drop that I wanted to see for my more aggressive entry. And if you've been following this series for a while, you already probably know that I like to trade a little bit more aggressively. So what happened was when my alert gone off, this time this was in the middle of the night, I did wake up and I did trade the price action. I do have to mention now that currently I am not in a trade because I have closed my long trade and I'm looking for a new setup. And that's what we're gonna go about. So I'm really gonna try not to make this too long. So I'm gonna speed things up a little bit. What did we got over here? We got the setup that we wanted, right? So we dropped down in the low. For me, it was a squeeze, indicating already for me that I should not over expect this bounce, because in my opinion, judging from the order flow that I see over here, just simply summarize the whole thing. I could go much more in depth into this, but that is something for, a much more longer format video, or for example in the Discord, things like that, But anyway, we had a squeeze, so I expected not necessarily a full-on reverse, I more or less expected a bounce. This was the beginning where I did got the entry that I was looking for, exactly as I literally gave out as almost a setup given to you in a golden platter. I did take the trade, but I did not expect this kind of move anymore because of the fact that what we did over here at the lows. So what I did instead is I did trade it, but I saw that bounce over here, and actually as I saw, we were taking out this high and closed back above. Pretty much at the high, I closed my trades. And that means that currently I am not in a day trade anymore. So at the moment, I'm looking for a potential new setup that we might see along the day. One thing that I think is important to notice. Every time we reach a resistance or support, right? More specifically, resistance, we do see a lot of people getting very interested in anticipating on that rise to the upside. And you can see a large influx in long trades, right? And I find that very dangerous. And this is the same thing that also happened yesterday around that VWAP. We saw all these longs building up for a longer amount of time, which was, by the way, the main reason why I actually did not take the trade. So the VWAP jumping around was the secondary reason where that just simply threw me off a little bit. That made me reconsider, like, okay, now my data is not accurate anymore. But the liquidity building up around this VWAP, not managing to actually reclaim or just rise any further and gain that momentum, yet a lot of longs coming into play, showed signs of absorption, and therefore I kind of expected a drop sooner or later. Bringing my focus to this more aggressive setup, right? Because I saw this is where the fundament has been laid for the move. Then we had some people getting squeezed out, right, to the upside, and then ultimately we got all these longs over here stopped out, and now we got that bounce once again. But we do now have very much almost exactly the same situation going on over here. Now, as we are reaching into this resistance, we have again a lot of people getting very, very, very excited, forgetting about the fact that in the end we are still in a downtrend because we have not made a higher high yet, right? And that allowed me to just simply close out of my trade. I mean, I'm very happy with this trade. Technically, I'm already done. I've met my target. I mean, we've literally had a almost 2.5% move out of there, which is for a day trade. I'm done. I can go and have weekend right now. But I will focus on the next best possible setup. So what am I expecting from here on out? And I'm gonna make this very, very, very simple. You know what? I'm gonna make it so simple that I'm actually going to remove all technical analysis. Simply looking at the shape of the chart, and this is where where the chart becomes where I'm going to get a bit more of an artistic approach, I would say, but it always has worked really well for me. What I think is going on, and on this section in the chart, I think this is ultimately very prone for a nice bounce, as it's starting to look like we are getting a rounded bottom. Due to the fact what all the information that we got from here yesterday, seeing this again at this high, we might as well, go down one more time, right? Having this tree, well, what do you... I forgot the terminology here. I think it's called three valleys. Kind of a rounded bottom kind of thing. Potentially even over the weekend before we actually see that rise that I still pretty much expect on the midterm time frame. That is an option where I would definitely be interested to day trade. For the rest, I am much more interested in this section right now. So I'm now marking this out really, really simply. So there's multiple ways you can do it. You can do it like this, right? Potentially a downward sloping channel. I'm literally improvising this because I'm seeing this right now. And look how perfect this is. Look how perfect this is. So this is something that you can that I can look for. I might be interested in maybe just a little bit higher, right? And then if we come back into this channel, I might just simply trade this channel so that we can get this, right, third thing, this third bottom over here. All right, so I do have the feeling that I might be losing some of you. So let me just really give a quick summary. For today, I am not in a trade currently. The trades on a day trading perspective, what I'm interested in is another tap of the high, right? Another tap of the high and then getting a rejection, getting back into this downward sloping channel where I would be looking to trade this down for a tree valley rounded bottom pattern, and that could provide, that is really where I would be interested to look for that day trade to extend into a swing trade. That is my analysis for today. Simple, effective, and you can see that it is playing out exactly as I'm laying this out. Please let me know in the comments if these videos have been helpful for you, if they've brought you some profits along the way. All I have left to say is have a really good weekend, and see you Monday again. And also, obviously, check out our newest website, where I will be opening up a new Discord on the 14th of June. These kind of updates are going to be common practice in the Discord group, and much more. So if you're interested, just check it out. And if you sign up and if you buy a subscription before the 14th of June, you will get 20% off. Having that said, I wish you guys all the best in the trading competition on BitGet that is still ongoing. We have about 3 more days left, 3 weekdays more left. I wish you all the luck. Use this video to your advantage. And I'm definitely going to be very, very curious to see who is going to win the prize. That's it for now, guys. Have a really good weekend and see you all again on Monday.